We are married.
So, after years of headlines, heartaches, and hit songs, our very own Simba Diamond Platnumz has finally tied the knot. Yes, you heard that right. Is now officially married to Zuchu. Before we go into the real gist of how and when they got married, let's rewind a little. Diamond's love life has been a roller coaster. First, there was Wema Sepetu. Before the baby mamas, before the global hits and endless headlines, there was Wema Sepetu, Tanzania's beauty queen and actress who literally had diamond platinums wrapped around her finger. Their relationship was loud, intense, and honestly iconic. Weber was one of Diamond's first public girlfriends, and their chemistry was undeniable. They gave us drama, love, public breakups, and even reconciliations that kept the East African media buzzing. For years it felt like Diamond and Wema were destined to be together. They were destined to be the ultimate it couple. But here is where the heartbreak lives. Wema truly wanted a child with Diamond. She has spoken openly about it in interviews. She said they tried, but it never happened. She even claimed to have had a miscarriage during their relationship. It was one of the most painful parts of her story with him. Wema says she regrets not being able to give Diamond a child, claiming there was never another man she was as madly in love with as she was with the bongo flava hitmaker. In quotes, she said, "I would cry a lot every time I had my period because I was so desperate to give Diamond a child. It hurts me so much every time I had my period." At the time, Wema was getting criticized by fans and the media for not being able to keep Diamond, especially when other women started showing up with kids. But what most people didn't understand was how deeply she loved him and how much she really wanted to build a family with him. She was hurt. She felt like she gave everything to that relationship, her love, her vulnerability, her dream, but it just didn't work out. Eventually, Diamond moved on, and Wema, she stayed single for a long time. In fact, it took her years to even start taking or talking about their relationship again publicly. But till today, many Tanzanians still believe that Wema was the only woman who truly got Diamond on an emotional level before the fame, before the money, and before the chaos. And after his iconic relationship with Wema Sepetu ended, Diamond Platnumz didn't just move on. He moved into a whole new chapter that would define his life for years to come. The era of baby mamas. And oh, what a roller coaster it has been. His first baby mama was Zari the boss lady from Uganda. Zari was the first woman to shake East Africa with the news that Diamond Platnumz was going to be a dad. She wasn't just anyone, she was a big name in her own right, a Ugandan socialite and businesswoman based in South Africa. Zuri had class, my people. She has money and presence. They met at a party and from there, sparks flew. The internet went wild when Zari announced she was pregnant, and soon after came their two children, beautiful children, Latifa Dangote Tifa, their daughter born in 2015, and Prince Nilan, their son born in 2016. But Zari wasn't here for drama until the drama found her. After a few years, rumors of infidelity started flying. Zari claimed Diamond was cheating on her with multiple women. Their breakup came in 2018 on Valentine's Day. They chose that day to break up of all days. When Zari posted a black rose on Instagram and declared she was done, the post went viral. Their love ended, but their co-parenting relationship, though rocky, has kept them connected. But right now, Zari is married to another man. Now, here is where things got even more dramatic. Hamisa Mobetto, a stunning Tanzanian model and video vixen, had been rumored to be close to Diamond even while he was still with Zari. She even appeared in the Salome music video and people noticed the chemistry. But no one was ready when she came out and said she was pregnant with Diamond's child. At first, Diamond denied it. He said he wasn't the father, but after a paternity test confirmed it, the story changed, and there was a lot of pictures comparing the boy to when Diamond was a child. Their son Dylan was born in 2017. The situation got messier. Hamisa said Diamond's family didn't accept her. There were reports that she used Juju, that's witchcraft, to keep him. And even though Diamond eventually acknowledged Dylan, he and Hamisa never officially dated. It was toxic, hurt, and loud, and very public. But here is the real gist. Hamisa wasn't going down without a fight. After Diamond finally admitted to being Dylan's father, Hamisa started standing tall and owning her story. She told the whole world her truth, that she didn't break any home and that she was just in love like any other woman. She even shared screenshots of conversations between her and Diamond to prove he once wanted to marry her. At some point, the tension became so intense that Hamisa and Diamond's mom, Mama Dangote, were throwing serious shade at each other on social media. Hamisa hinted that Diamond's family treated her like an outsider, and fans could literally feel the tension through her phones. Despite all the public drama, Hamisa tried to keep things classy. She focused on her brand, launching her fashion businesses, bagging endorsements, and even launching her own music career. It was like she used the storm to rebrand herself into something bigger. There was also a time when people thought Diamond and Hamisa might come back together. They were spotted at the same events, liking each other's posts again, and fans got hopeful, but it didn't happen. Diamond remained elusive, and Hamisa seemed to have finally moved on. Till today, people still talk about how explosive and intense that relationship was. The kind that made headlines every other week, and whether people liked her or not, Hamisa earned a spot as one of the most talked about women in Diamond's love life. They may not be together now, but one thing is for sure, that chapter shaped both of them in different ways. Hamisa became stronger, more independent, and Diamond, well, let's just say he left a lot of fans divided on how he handled it all. To this day, fans still watch how he treats Dylan and compare it to his other kids, and that alone keeps the Hamisa chapter very much alive in the gossip space. So, after all the back and forth with Hamisa, Diamond surprised everyone by going international again. This time, he found love in Kenya with radio host and singer Tanasha Donna. Their relationship felt fresh, calm, and modern. Fans thought Diamond had matured. He even made a song with her and talked about marrying her. In 2019, they welcomed a son, Nasid Jr., who looks exactly like Diamond. But the fairy tale didn't last. Tanasha packed her bags and returned to Kenya in early 2020. She later revealed in interviews that Diamond wasn't present emotionally or physically, and she didn't want to raise a child in a broken home. She's been raising their child alone since. Even after the breakup, Tanasha kept it classy. She rarely spoke ill of Diamond publicly, but made it clear in interviews that she wasn't going to tolerate emotional neglect or being sidelined. There were rumors about her not getting enough support after the birth of their son, Nasir Jr., and fans quickly noticed she was raising him mostly on her own. Diamond, to his credit, occasionally shared pictures and videos of the boy, but nothing close to the presence he shows with some of his other kids. Still, Tanasha didn't fold. She focused on her music, her brand, and her peace. And while many expected her to fall apart, she quietly bounced back, relocating to Nairobi to keep everything moving and also keeping her circle tight. What stood out was how she refused to be dragged into online drama, even when Diamond's older exes were trading shades. That cool-headed energy made a lot of people respect her more. And today, though she's moved on, many fans still remember her as the one who tried to bring a different kind of calm to, Diamond's chaotic love life. But at the end of the day, Diamond will always be Diamond, right? As of 2024 stroke 2025, there have been rumors of a fourth baby mama, a young lady in Tanzania who claimed to have a child by Diamond. But Diamond himself hasn't confirmed anything, and most of his fans are too tired to keep up. So, overall, Diamond is a father of four publicly acknowledged children from his relationship with Zari Hamisa Mobetto, and Tanasha Donna. He is also known for his close-knit family ties, including his sister, musician Queen Darlene, and his cousin, DJ Romy Jones. So to the main gist of the day, as of the 2nd of June 2025, Tanzania music superstar Diamond Platnumz has officially married fellow artist Zuchu in a private Islamic ceremony. The wedding took place on 1st of June with close family and elders in attendance. Diamond shared photos from the event on social media showing the couple in traditional white Muslim attire. He also mentioned that he had never been married before, addressing previous media speculations about his personal life. Prior to the wedding, Diamond presented dowry to Zuchu's family, the Ottomans, which was joyfully accepted, marking a significant step in their relationship. In addition to his personal life, Diamond is set to perform at the Royal Albert Hall in London, further cementing his international presence. So, beautiful people, welcome to the captivating love story of Nasib Abdul Juma Isaac, popularly known as Diamond Platnumz. From humble beginnings to becoming one of Africa's most celebrated artists, Diamond's personal life has been as eventful as his music career. We've been able to delve into the romantic escapades and milestones that have shaped his journey so far. He was born on October 2nd, 1989 in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Diamond Platnumz rose to fame with his debut hit Kamwambi in 2009. Interestingly, his song was inspired by personal heartbreak, setting the tone for a series of high-profile relationships that would later capture public attention, or that has captured public attention. Now, when it comes to Diamond's current wife, this one feels different. The story didn't just start with fame or headlines. It's actually started quietly, away from the cameras. They had been close for a while, friends first, always spotted together on tours, in studio sessions, and around the same social circles. People speculated for months, but both of them kept it low-key, never really confirming or denying anything. Then slowly things changed. Diamond began to show her off more publicly, posts, soft launches, and couple moments that hinted at something serious. Fans started noticing the way he looked at her, how calm he seemed when she was around, and most importantly, how consistent he became. Unlike Diamond. She wasn't the type to chase clout or jump into online drama. She stayed grounded, private, and her and I think she let her actions speak. And maybe that's exactly what Diamond needed at this stage of his life. Someone who wasn't trying to match his chaos but balance it. By the time the news of their wedding broke, most fans weren't even shocked. They had seen it coming. From Zanzibar to Nigeria, the pre-wedding teasers, the cultural fusion, and even the bridal squad drama, it was clear Diamond was finally doing things differently, especially with the whole JP 2025 thingy, seeing his friend Juma doing all of those things. I think it might, want a stable life for himself, like stability too. And for someone with such a controversial love history, this marriage feels like a turning point, not just a new chapter, but a whole new book. So, I would say one thing that really stood out was how intentional Diamond became with her. It wasn't just about grand gestures or public displays, it was the quiet things, showing up, protecting her peace, prioritizing her over the noise. This relationship matured him, For someone who used to, make headlines for the wrong reasons, he started giving interviews that reflected growth, talking about commitment, legacy, and peace of mind. His fans noticed, even some of his critics had to admit this woman brought out a more grounded version of Diamond. And maybe it wasn't perfect. Maybe there were challenges behind closed doors. But what's clear is that this wasn't just another celebrity situationship. It chose her fully, publicly, respectfully, and from what we've seen, she chose him right back with grace and loyalty. So whether you love him or still side eye him for his past, one thing is clear. Diamond Platnumz is entering a new era, and we'll all be here watching, vibing, and maybe even believing a little bit more in second chances. But as much as we're loving the new Diamond era, a small part of me still hopes this decision is truly genuine, not just influenced by the glitz and pressure of GB 2025. Because let's be honest, when your close friends throws a wedding that shut down two countries, the pressure to level up can be real. I just hope this isn't about matching energy or making headlines. I hope it's about love, real, mature, lasting love, the kind that doesn't need a stage or a viral moment to prove itself. Only time will tell. But for now, let's just wish them peace, happiness, and kind of bond that outlives the trend. And if you think this love story has peaked, you better think again, because something tells me Diamond might just be planning a wedding that could rival JP 2025. I mean, with all the energy, elegance, and luxury Juma Jukes brought, Diamond won't sit back quietly. If he's truly serious this time, best believe he'll go all out. So stay close, because if that kind of wedding is coming, we'll be here to break it down, outfit by outfit, guest by guest, no detail left out. You already know how we do it. See you in the next video, and until then, stay fabulous. I love you all. Bye.